All right. It's okay. Hmm. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, we'll check in when one of our support meetings, either 1 o'clock or 12:30. We can get that taken care of for you. So we are looking at rubrics and in your task that you're creating today. It's going to be graded on this rubric that's on the screen right now. Woo! Sneezy. You are basically graded on three strands. So a rubric has a criteria A, B, C, and D. And then it's also got strands, these small columns in here. So we're going to be grading you on three things: presenting your ideas, part one and two, and your reasonings. So let's take a look at your summative or your big task. So your big task, we've got: how should our online program work so that it can be successful? In that assignment task, Ms. Johnson wrote up 5 questions that you could use to guide your work. This student decided to just take those questions and answer them. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but we look at the responses and kind of figure out where they might be on the mark scheme. And so, looking at that, we've got this rubric right here. We'll look at it kind of strand by strand. So our first strand is part one, presenting ideas. So the levels are your grade, 1 through 8. We want an 8. We would love an 8. 8s are pretty rare. Pretty rare, like getting struck by lightning in a good way. 7s, I think we can definitely do. 5s and 6s, you're doing amazing. 3 to 4 is that you're kind of like grade level. You're where we want you to be in terms of pacing, but you could definitely push it up a notch. And then 1 to 2 is like emerging. Like I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. So looking at this right here, I want you to look at these responses. And from there, I think you have a drawing function. I want you to circle what part of the rubric you think this person earned. 0, 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8. What did you get? All right. This is what you think this person got. Yes. Yep. All right. I've got 2 responses so far, so make sure you're drawing in the app, circling what you think this person got. All right. All right. So I've never used this function before, so we're going to see how it goes. But yeah, it hides your name. So you've got anonymity. It's a fun word. Some of the responses we've got: a smiley face, 1 to 2. We've got a highlighted, 1 to 2. We've got a 5, 6 in blood. And then we've got a 3, 4 circled. We've got I mean, it was in red, and I didn't say your name, but I've got a circled 3, 4. All right, so when I'm looking at those responses, what I'm trying to see is, it's a little easier to see on this one, presents ideas for a program using appropriate explanation that can be interpreted by others. And so we're just looking at the complexity in which you explain your answers. That's basically this first one. And so I've got answers like, I need a program where I can succeed and get stuff done. I want flexibility. Give me choices. I would say that these do show some ideas for our program. I wouldn't say that it is quite appropriate yet, just because it's very limited. Like, I need a program where I can succeed. Well, what's success to you? What do you need to do to succeed? What does success look like? Or like, I want flexibility. Flexibility in schedule, flexibility in task. God, tell me more. So I think these answers are reflective. They are talking about something that, they actually thought about it. But I don't think it's quite at the level that we're hoping for that would then be quote unquote grade level. So I'm thinking, yes, the first two responses that are shooting at this 1-2 band, I would give it a 1-2. I'd probably lean to a 2 just because this does have some thought to it, but definitely not in the complexity of the 3-4. All right. So my next one is, ba-da-da, I want you to take a look at here. Take a look at any of these questions, and you can either one, modify their answer to get a better score, or two, answer one of these bullet points as you and try to get a higher score. So maybe I want to tell Dickens, what do I need for the program? And I'm going to try to get a 5 or a 6 or a 7. So what do you think you have to say to get those higher marks? So again, you can either be you, or you can be the person that was already typed. This person right here that I typed. So write down your answers. We'll take a look. And I think this is the best way I can give direct feedback on what does these scores look like. Because it's really hard to navigate IB when, what's a 7? I don't know. Is it a Liger? Something that doesn't exist? I don't know. I want something a little more concrete. So we're gonna go over your answers, and then from there, I can kind of give you a sense of like, is it a 2? Is it a 3? Is it a 6? Where are we at and why? So I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes to pound out one of the answers. Now again, this is just like one answer, so all your answers would hopefully be of this quality to earn that 3 or 4 or 6. But I also want to do something that we can do bite size that's not going to take us the whole day. So I've got some responses going. Make sure that you're typing. I got 7 people up in here typing, and I would like to add some more. So I'm missing a few names on there. Make sure that you are getting something on there. All right, I am already seeing some responses that are better than what I saw before. All right, and I think I've got some interpretations. Sweet. So, some of them that I'm seeing is I'm just going to read it out loud. I'm not going to say who it was, but I need a program where I can succeed and get stuff done. I need a program to help me get through online learning to succeed and get through the year and help me get work done in a timely fashion. So you got timely fashion. You've got talking about getting through online learning. So you're getting more of that complex language. I appreciate that. I would say here, I'm going to go for a 3-4 on the mark scheme. I think you could add a little bit more in terms of what succeeding means to you. I know you've got like get work done, but what else? What else is success? That might help. I've got one where I want the program to be similar experience. I read that wrong. I want the program to give me a similar experience from when I was in person. I want the teachers to be helpful, play their part, and I will play mine. Also, communication. Good, good. I like that. That one's reaching, I think, to a 4 in terms of specificity, being specific. Words are hard. I need a program. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Let's see. I need a program where I can succeed and learn more about math science. So we're hitting some STEM, and more that I struggle on for teachers to help me when I struggle and know what I'm doing wrong. Great. So there's some self-reflection there. I think that's definitely getting up to the 4 range in terms of being specific. So I like that. We're getting there. All right. Next one, let's look at the second part of your project is part 2. How can I be successful in the program? So here are some answers that I pulled from our fake student. So what are you already good at that you need, or what are you already good at that you'll need? I'm good at doing my work. I'm bad at remembering to submit it. Okay. What intentions do you need to have? Oh, I need to set alarms and reward myself as I go. What habits do you need to start in order to make this work? I need to look at assignments and at the end of the day, make sure it's all in. And you've been in the program for 3 weeks. How are you doing so far? Doing better, but we'll see. All right. So those are some responses. Let's take a look at the second level, part 2, presented ideas. So this rubric is basically asking you, telling you how I can be successful. It uses fluffy words that are more complex to show higher marks. So we've got list. That means kind of a basic. Construct, meaning there's a little bit of depth to that list. Maybe I'm starting to tell you what flexibility means or what success means. Develop and identify means that you're going in detail, you're defining what success is, and you're giving examples of what that success will be for you. So more depth. We're digging. And 7, develops and outlines. This one is just in more detail, more examples, preferably more real life examples. So connecting to things that you've actually experienced. And so that'll help you get that 7. So here is really just about complexity. Let's go back to our answers. I want you to circle on the mark scheme where you think this person scored. 0, probably not. 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8. All right. I've got 2 responses so far. Let's keep the responses flowing. All right. Thank you for answering, Alan. Shibe, thanks for answering. Beverly, thanks for answering. Jeremiah, thanks for answering. Salma, thanks for answering. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. So showing responses, we've got a 2 in a inverse bullet, blood splatter. We've got a 2 with a circle in a 2. Awesome. We've got a 5, 6. We've got a 3, 4. We got a 5, 6, and a 6. So one thing I want to say is that it takes a while to understand what something would score. So when you're thinking like, whoa, that person's way higher than me or way lower than me, that's normal. We're calibrating, and calibrating takes a while. So it'll take us a while to kind of get the gist of what each score is, but it's something we're going to do, and that's going to help you better get to those higher marks. And so looking at this response, they do have some examples. They start to explain how it connects to them, but really not a lot of depth there. So here I'm thinking it's more of the list. So you've got the idea, maybe a real light example, but nothing specific. Give me an instance where this happened, or give me a story, or really go in definition of what I'm good at and why I'm good at it. So like last year, I only had like 2 things that I didn't submit. And so I'm really good at doing my work. Or I'm bad at remember to submit it. I had so many assignments just sitting in my notability that I never submitted. That's a good response there. So let's take a look at making it better, building on it. I want you to do the same thing we did last time. So either pick one from insert random fake student or yourself. I want you to answer this in a way that would get you a 5, 6, 7, or 8. We'll go through some of the answers, and then I'll be able to say what, as a grader, I would think. So again, we're looking at developing specifics and identifying criterion of success. So in that sense, give me details, give me examples, connect it to yourself. Be specific, be more concrete. You can start off kind of in the clouds, but we want to narrow it down to why is this your answer? All right, so I got some answers coming in here. I'll give you about 2 minutes to get those answers in. I super appreciate all you being in here and jumping into this. Kind of figuring out like the how of online grading, I think is big. and I appreciate you joining in. So I'm getting some answers. Great. All right. And as I'm looking, I am seeing a lot that I like. So thank you for that. I see specific being specific. I see some life examples. I see some concrete ideas. And I see just elaboration, meaning like it's not one sentence. You can say a lot in a sentence, but you don't have to. This isn't like flying in a plane where you can only bring like that little carry on. No, bring your whole answer. All right, so I'm just going to read off one that I see that I think is complete. I'm good at doing my work. I'm bad at remembering to submit it. I do my work as best I can, but sometimes I forget to turn it in and want to fix that problem as I go along in online learning. So that's a good answer. It gave me something specific, um, and it hit two ideas. In the mark scheme band, I'd probably put it at a 3 to 4. Now, one way that we could dig deeper is potentially giving solutions to the thing of, I will check in with the teacher and make sure it's submitted, or I want my teacher to check in with me, um, or I will ask questions of, teacher, can you see this when we do our checkouts? Those are some things that will help, giving that solution. All right, another one that I see. Habits I need to start waking up earlier to get myself ready for class, to get ready so my mental and physical health will be better, so it'll be easier to learn. And other habits is to stop distractions, so I'll learn and not be late with my homework and get higher scores. Again, solid answer. 3 to 4 mark band, probably leaning towards a 4. I would expand on where you say stop distractions. So, what are some of the distractions you have, and how are you going to stop them? So, like, am I going to throw my cell phone in the trash? Am I going to find a quiet place? Am I going to limit my access to social media just at certain times so I'm not thinking about it all the time? Or we're talking about like mental and physical health. Am I going to work out a little bit? Am I going to do some headspace? All things that we can do to expand our score. I've got one. I am doing better this year, or better than last year. I'm completing my work, waking up on time, and paying more attention. I feel more focused. First off, I love that answer. That's solid. Um, Here, you could elaborate more on what you think is different. So, like, why do you think you're completing your work more now? Or um, what else do you feel, or how different do you feel that you're waking up on time? Do you have more time in the day? Does the routine make you just feel more awake? Some those kind of elaborations are going to help you as we go forward. So let's take a look at our last rubric part. And again, thank you all for hanging in there, grading with us. So our last rubric part is reasons. 1 to 2 is kind of a gray area. Usually you're going to start with reasons up to a 3 to 4. So um, if you give me maybe one reason, you might be in the 1 to 2 range, but generally you should be in the 3 to 4 range if you're giving me more reasons. So outlines the main reason for choosing their ideas, presents the chosen design and outlines. So outline saying like, I need more flexibility. Presents is going to be, I need more flexibility because I've got these things that I have to do during the day. Like maybe I have to take insulin at a certain time, or I do prayer at a certain time. And so I need that flexibility so that I can fit that in the schedule and not miss something. That gives presents. And then giving more detail on that and how you're going to try to do that will get you that 7 to 8. So let's go back to all the answers. All the answers. Where do you think this one falls? 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8. Where would this fall? Circle, dot, highlight. I've got a circle that's, I think, engulfing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, make sure you're highlighting, circling, or something so that I can see where you're at. Looks like I got a circle of a 1 to 2 to 0. I've got, looks like probably a 5 in between 3 and 4. Almost done, y'all. Just waiting for a few to pop in. I've got a 1 to 2. What else we got? 3 to 4, 1 to 2, 3 to 4. Waiting on 1 or 2 more responses. What do you think you got? All right. I've got 3 to 4, which makes sense because there's nothing in 1 to 2. All the above, 1 to 2 to 0. 3 to 4, 1 to 2. Yeah, 3. Oh, okay, that makes sense. 1 to 2. All right. So this one, there's really not much for a 1 to 2. I could give it a 3. I mean, it gives ideas. Some of them are just 1 though, so giving more would definitely help it get there. But I think the bottom answers are more of a 3. The top answers are more of a 1 to 2. Uh-oh, I think somebody's rioting on my grading. I get some grumpy typing. All right, let's take a look at our last thing that I'd like you to do. Last thing I'd like you to do, take a look at one of these questions. Give me a 5 to 6, 7 to 8. Take a look at it. Think about it. How are you going to give me an outline, and how are you going to give me the reasons or explanation of that outline? So one of these 4, type. We'll grade, and then I'll let you get going. We've got about 4 minutes left in class, so see if we can knock these out in about 2-3 minutes. I can grade quick, and then y'all can skedaddle to lunch. All right, and I already see some great sentence stems. And that's how you're framing your answer. I love it. All right, getting some responses. I got about 4 or 5 typing. Make sure everyone's starting. Awesome. Ooh, I'm already seeing some people doing specifics. Got 2 people I'm hoping to see type. All right, I'm already seeing, I'm seeing some great stuff. So somebody's talking about getting up early and ready for the day, eating more breakfast. So that's a specific part of a routine in the morning. We're hitting. Setting more alarms as I go. Yes, that's specific as well. It's not just like I got to remember stuff, but I need several alarms that I need to set up. Good. I see some getting away from my phone and my other computer. Setting up a workspace. Like it. Very specific routines. Good. All right. So far I'm seeing some quality answers that I think are near the 4 to 5 range. Sweet. Meet times. Yes, keeping up the meet times, writing those down is big. Alarms remind me of the meets. Good. All right, I'm seeing some awesome answers, but also I don't want you to miss out on some lunchtime. So thank you all for your responses. Hopefully you'll learn a little bit about how to make your answers really show your understanding. I have this recorded, so you'll be able to see it later if you so choose. But thank you for joining our our sync version of this task. And if you are ready, you are good to go to lunch. So take care.